Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to safely color your hair at home with your new color kit from Parlor. So I just brushed my hair all out, get rid of any knots. If you're anything like me, your hair's been in a ponytail for like 4 days at this point of quarantine. So what we're going to do here, you have your tint brush that we gave to you in your kit. So we're going to section our hair. So you can leave it right where your part goes. And then just take the tail, scoop it all the way down the back. And then, so your head is divided in half. And then we're going to take it basically right about where your ear is. So you should take your comb and then you find your ear. You can take this. If you have little clips, you can clip it out of the way. If you don't have clips, you can put the whole back section in like a low ponytail if you're only going to color the front of your hair, just so you can have a clean section and don't get confused or overwhelmed. So, got my two back sections out of the way. So, what you're gonna do here is take a little section of hair. So I'm using the end of my tail here and taking a little fine section of hair. Oh, actually, first things first, safety first, guys. Let's glove up for the occasion. And let's also get our handy Vaseline and go all around your hairline. Try not to get it on any of your little baby hairs because you don't want to have any gray roots remaining, but you want to just make sure you have a little barrier on your skin so that it does not absorb all of your hair color. So, I'm going to do this. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's put on my gloves. Now you're going to take your tail comb. So you have mixed at this point in time your two containers of color together in a bowl. It could be a little old Tupperware, it could be a little disposable little styrofoam one, whatever you have at home that you are willing to put your color in. So always make sure you're kind of cleaning off the edge of your brush. You don't want to have an excess of product on there. You want to kind of make sure you have enough, but you don't want to be dripping. You don't want there to be so much on there that you don't have control over it. So I like to start by just tapping it on the roots. You can do your whole part first. You can stick to one section. So I'm going to tap my whole part. So this is just conditioner that I'm using because I don't color my hair. Well, I highlight it, but I'm just showing you all. So you're in your bathroom, you're hanging out, you're going to tap your whole hairline. Tap it, tap it, tap it, get it all nice and in there. Then you're going to take the end of your comb. You're going to flip this over, keep a hold on it just so you have a nice clean section there. Tap it in, you know, apply more as you need to. And we're just going to keep flipping up your section. So, especially if you have any other highlights in your hair, if you're a solid one color, you have it really easy to do your roots. If you have any highlights in there, you want to be really careful as to not, you know, drag it down too far to get it on your highlights. We just want to do enough that's going to get rid of any grays, any little silver sparkles you got going on there. So we're going to keep going. So really, you can really see in here, I'm really just, you know, I don't have a root to show you just because I don't have, I don't do a root touch-up myself. But just so you can see what we're doing here. And now you don't really need to worry about the back of your hair, especially if you know, you have a lot of hair or you are quarantined alone and you don't want to have to, you know, you don't have somebody around that you can ask to do the back of your hair. That's fine. You can always just kind of go back here and tap along your hairline and get that, and that'll be good. So my one side section is complete. So you kind of want to take your tail of your comb and kind of flip them back down So this allows a little bit of the air to go through. You don't want to kind of completely smush it. And now we're going to work into this other front side of my hair. So same thing, take a little section, color on my brush, tap it all in there. You can tap on this side too, make sure everything is nice and covered. Just keep it going in here. Pretty easy. I know it feels a little uncomfortable. You don't want to mess anything up, but you know what? You already did the right thing. You've been letting your roots grow. You've been taking care of your hair. Maybe you did a couple extra conditioning treatments. Maybe you've been, you know, stretching out your time in between washes and not blow drying it as much, and your hair thanks you, and I'm sure it's growing, and that's why you have these roots to deal with. So it's all good. We will be back with you guys in the salon just as soon as we can. Trust me, we are looking forward to it as much as you are. So we're gonna keep going here. You always just wanna make sure you check all around your hairline and make sure there's no little ones popping out, especially if you were very resistant gray. You wanna, you know, really take your time, go through it. You can always go back in if you have any color left over and kind of retap it, especially along your hairline if there is any of those, you know, little resistant grays, or if you're curly around your hairline. So we are almost done here. Tap it in, paint it up. So if you have highlights, you know, you're making sure to not get anything on them. And start pulling your section back down. So here's the part too. If you can see your back section, I know it gets tricky depending on if you have it clipped or not, but you can kind of tap in as much of your back as you can reach. Don't go crazy. Don't stress yourself out. You don't need to rig up 13 mirrors in your bathroom to do this. Who's seeing the back of your head? Just your dog, maybe your cat, your kids. They don't care. It's fine. You'll be all right. Save it for me. Save me a little treasure so I can see how much your hair grew during all of this quarantine. It'll be like a fun science project. So I'm gonna unclip my back sections because I'm not gonna color anything on my back, but I'm just gonna show you. If you want to cover your grays on some of this top section, start to take a little section, pull it forward. Tilt your head down so you can see it in the mirror. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And then you can even, you know, just, I'm gonna use what I got left in here. There it is. It's easy to, if you kind of pull your hair and hold that section back. Okay, so here's the part where you would want to set your timer, give yourself a good 35 minutes, then take, if you have any color left in your bowl, go around your hairline. Just kind of, you know, visually check it, tap it in there. You don't want to drag it down too much, especially if you got any highlights or dimension that you still want to see. But just give it a nice little retap, and you can, you know, clean up your hairline, do what you gotta do, set your timer, let it cook, baby. So, if you were doing a gloss, you will set your timer still, and then you will kind of dampen the ends of your hair. If you have a water bottle, if you just want to, like, you know, run your hand under the sink, kind of dampen those ends a little bit. Then what you'll do is the same thing. You'll have your color mix the same way. You'll take it in your brush and paint it all through your ends. Paint it, paint it, paint it. If you have a nice wide tooth comb, this one's great. You can just comb it down. This is only if you're doing gloss. If you're just doing your roots, just do your roots, you're done, you're relaxing, you're watching a show on Netflix, and you're letting that process. But you can always comb it down if you're doing your gloss. If you want to do it at the same time, if you want to do it separately, that's fine too. Whatever you are comfortable with. And that is it. So you're gonna let it process. You're gonna wash it out after 35 blissful minutes, and you're going to have no more gray. And then you're gonna see us back at the salon just as soon as it's safe. And stay healthy. We miss you. We can't wait to be back in the salon with you. You will get all your highlights then. We will cut that hair then. We will do whatever we gotta do. And you'll be hearing from us soon. Bye.